Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time of day you're choosing to watch this video. Thank you for being here. I'm Jacob Avillion. I am joined, as always, of course, by the handsomest co-host in the game, Brayden McClellan. Brayden, I'm sure you're doing better than last week. How you doing?
Well, yeah, easy bar to clear. Although it's actually just gotten worse in terms
Oh,
of the
well,
Mavericks.
certainly.
AD played 3 amazing quarters of basketball. Then his oblique or abductor just popped,
You guys
which is
got honey
sick.
dicked pretty good there. That was his debut, right? 24 and one half, and then
Yeah,
out
man, he played. He
indefinitely
played.
after.
He was on pace for a 40-point, 20-rebound triple double. He had 7 assists in three
Yeah.
quarters. He was hooping.
Yep. Oh, he's a great player. I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when these comparisons of like what the trade is like, sometimes usually they're too harsh on AD. Like you got a Hall of Famer back, but you just
yeah.
it,
You sent
anyways.
one away, too. But
Yeah, you sent yeah. Um, but let's see. Besides that stuff, it's been good. So I finally was able to put out my my first things that make Pokemon video. With the Maractus video, there's a video up talking about everything Maractus. If anyone fucks with Maractus like that, check it out.
Big Maractus fan here.
I've become a big Maractus fan. I fucking love Maractus
Cool.
at this point.
It's conceptually, it's really
It's
nice.
it's sick. But yeah, I mean that was a really fun video to make. It's done okay. Some love has been shown on it. So I've already kind of got the skeleton of a script for the next one.
Very good.
The next one will be, I'll just tease that it's a Gen 6 Pokemon. We'll tease there. But,
Floor just...
No. I've also been on some Girl Scout cookies just because I bought comics, which I'll talk about later for the first time.
Okay.
Since maybe like middle school. I actually went out and bought some comic books, which, I've only read the first two. I got 4 of one series. I read the first 2 so far. We'll get into that later, but I feel like there's something I'm missing. I always feel like I'm missing something during this segment.
You probably are.
But I can't think of it off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna pass it over to you, brother. How you doing? What's going on with you?
Don't be afraid to interrupt me if it comes to you. Just let me know so you don't...
Oh, I've done it before.
I know. I've done it before, too. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I'm not... Like, if you remember, shout it out. I don't mind.
Yeah.
So, I was having a good day till my boss got fired. Happened this morning. Pretty early this morning, like right after break. It was like 9:30ish or so. My coworker leans over and he goes, "Hey, they just walked the boss out." I'm like, "You're bullshitting me." No, they didn't. He's like, "No, they just walked him out." And not 5 minutes later, his boss came up and called a team meeting, and he was like, "Yeah, so the higher ups have decided that he does not fit the vision for the company, whatever the fuck that means." Pretty unanimously, the department was not happy with it. He's good people. He was a good boss. He's a good dude. Like, you could always chop it up with him, and it was, it was nice. It was nice. It was very, very human. You could, you could talk to him. It's good. It's good dude. So hopefully the next one's nice too. But yeah, I don't think we're getting the full story. We're not gonna get it probably. It is what it is. Hopefully he lands on his feet though.
Yeah.
But other than that, doing well. I did ultimately listen to that new JPEG Mafia. I don't know if I know it was out before last week because it came out like that Monday or whatever. I don't know if I talked about it. It was good though. It was good. Some other music came out this past weekend. Now, for folks who remember, oh wait a minute, I could just talk about this later.
I was like, if you want to talk about it now, whatever.
I'm tripping. I'll talk about the music later. For the What We've Been On segment, 'cause I got a bit of a reference there to pop up later.
I'm very excited for what we're gonna be on.
Oh, for what we're gonna be on. Well.
I'm excited for what we're gonna be on.
That
tomorrow, baby.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow at the time of recording.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow. So when you guys see, I mean, I could probably upload this today. I don't know. We'll see. Anywho, Thursday, the 13th, we will be starting up our Heart Gold Soul Silver Nuzlocke.
I think I got heart gold.
I gotta go rom. Yes, you did. I gotta go rom hunting tonight.
Yeah.
Remind me. I gotta go rom hunting.
Yeah. I'm so fucking ready, dude.
Yeah, I gotta
I'll be I'll be presenting us with these to start the stream, and then as we go, baby.
Yes, sir.
We'll be earning these bad boys.
We gotta re-earn those first ones too. When we play this
at the end.
Yeah.
But we earned them already.
We earned them, but we're gonna earn them the second time. We should have bought 2.
Yeah. Well. no, it'll just prestige. It'll just change colors.
Prestige on the badges. I'm excited. We're gonna do the random number.
Yeah. What time
to decide our starters?
What time you thinking?
Could do like 7 o'clock Eastern if that works for you.
So 6 my time. Yeah, that's perfect.
Awesome. But yeah, we're gonna be doing random number generator to see who gets what. I can't wait.
It's been fun because I'm working on a video recapping our first Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
More so, obviously, my side of things, but just listening back, I'm listening in 2 times speed to just make notes, insert funny moments or stuff like that. But just like hearing back, like I don't know, just there are some conversations where I'm like, we were cooking. This was a good time, and we were cooking. And then like also just hearing some things about like the most recent one you were talking about the Titans coaching search. To show how long ago some of these streams were.
Wow, that's right. Because we took like a 4-month hiatus on the Nuzlocke, I remember.
Yeah, we were talking about like, it looks like Aaron Glenn's going to be the head coach of the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, well, okay. I think that was Diana Rossini or something who had reported that.
Yeah.
I've lost all faith in Diana Rossini's ability to report on Titans news. But I forgot I had a load of laundry. I'll just put that in the dryer.
But I already know how I'm going to do this next recap of this game, and it's going to be I'll be able to make it as I go. It's going to be funny, little interesting idea, but I'm just excited to get back into it, man.
I have something on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no spoilers, but I got something on the way. I won't say too much, but.
Is it in regards to the Pokemon thing, or is this in regards to something else?
It's something else, but I got something on the way. I'm cooking something.
Oh, brother, that's scary.
Don't worry. No. It's not scary. It's not scary. It's good.
Oh, it is. No, like it is though. But like it is.
No, sorry. You're gonna laugh your ass off when I upload this video.
Oh, you got a video on the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll see how high it ends up being, but I got something planned.
Oh, you definitely, dude. It's got to be like a Titans #1 pick video.
Could be.
That's just me guessing. But anyways,
I don't think you find that very funny. I think you find something else pretty funny though, as soon as you see the title. But that's fine. Anywho,
I know you ain't kissing quarterbacks. You ain't kissing quarterbacks, are you?
Hey, look. All will reveal.
Are you kissing quarterbacks?
All will reveal itself in due time. I won't say too much, like I said. Cause if I go any further, you'll know.
You're gonna spill the beans.
You'll know.
All right. We'll move on. We'll move on.
So. But anywho, I got something in the pipeline. I got something in the work. In fact, I'll get started on that as soon as we finish this video. I'll find a ROM and then I'll get started on something else. But yeah, I got something fun planned. But anywho, getting into the meat and potatoes of what we're doing today. Before we start on our main segment, let's do a little mini recap of the goings on. There was a football game played this past Sunday.
Yeah.
Straight belt to ass. No ifs or buts about it.
But that's your goat, though.
Eventually, yeah, at some point.
Oh.
And like Tom Brady never had a bad playoff loss in his career. It don't matter.
Yeah, he ain't have 2 bad Super Bowl losses like this.
Losing in the wild card, embarrassingly, is worse than losing in the Super Bowl embarrassingly. There's not as many eyes on it, but if you get further, I don't know. It's like the MJ LeBron argument where people are like, when you make it more often but you lose more. It's like, yeah, he still made it more often though. That's why LeBron's better. But whatever. Anywho, Brady didn't win his 4th till he was 37. Mahomes is 29. He's got time. So now, see the season that this defense had with Vic Fangio, and especially this playoff run, especially the Super Bowl. Javon Holland's average annual value has gone down like $3 million a year with this, because nobody celebrated Vic Fangio getting kicked to the curb for Miami harder last year. I mean, the whole defense celebrated really because he coached them too hard or whatever. They're not beating the soft allegations, quite frankly. This only proves it, if anything else. So interesting to see how much he'll get this offseason after that. But I don't know if it'll actually affect his thing that much. I'm just bullshitting. Um, One thing's for sure, he's not going to be in Philly. I think we can call that uh, pretty certainly. But yeah, Jalen Hurts played pretty well. Uh, Devontae Smith, first Alabama player to ever score points in the Super Bowl. It's about damn time. You think with how many players they put in the league, it would have happened before. It has not. So
Yeah, especially like the high end, like wide receivers and running backs in the league.
like
You think one.
28-3. Julio Jones did not have a touchdown catch in that game. Yeah. Granted, touchdowns is not what he was known for. Yeah, free.
But I mean, still, big moment.
Dog was 6'5", and they never targeted him in the red zone. That is, I mean, ridiculous. Free Julio.
Don't worry, he's out of there.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, he got to play with Ryan Tannehill in Tennessee.
He got to go to the graveyard.
He had that incredible circus catch against Buffalo. He got robbed of a touchdown against the Seahawks. Then he finally caught his first touchdown in Week 18. And then we lost in our first playoff game, even though we had 8 sacks or 9 sacks. What is it in that game? And we still lost. You know, shit happened.
Oh, damn, that was that year.
That was that year. Yeah, 2021. That was the year we traded for Julio. Yeah, tough. Anywho. Yeah, good Super Bowl. Kellen Moore is gone, in what has been, I guess, kind of chalk for the last couple of weeks because somebody had to take the Saints job.
I thought going into the Super Bowl it was already confirmed. I thought like day before it got confirmed.
But I mean, at the what do you call it? Right at the post game, Sirianni was like, "Kellen, let's run this shit back." So like it wasn't official because he's still under contract with the Eagles at least until the season's over. So he hadn't.
And Kellen hit that. I'm not gonna be here.
So. I would be shocked if Kellen Moore still has this job 3 years from now. And that's not saying anything about Kellen Moore, but this seems like an impossible situation to succeed in because they still haven't fired Mickey Loomis. They're not ready to rebuild.
When talking about the Saints, people you hear people being like, "This might genuinely be one of the worst head coaching openings of the past couple of years
ever." Frankly, it is $50 million over the cap. They refuse to fire the GM. They're probably going to hold on to Derek Carr because they only save like $2 million if they cut him.
They have the 9th pick and a bad quarterback class.
And a bad draft class in general. Like all the elite talent's gone by the 9th pick. Not that there won't be good players worth taking, but like certainly none of the like cream of the crop guys are going to be there at number 9.
You never know.
I mean, you never know how somebody's going to turn out projection wise, at least. Like.
Yeah.
Top 10, but it's back at the top 10. Like you're not picking so high up enough to where you have reason for optimism next season. Like I don't know. Like I don't hate Kellen Moore by any means, but I don't think he's an incredible coach. And this is one of the worst openings we've seen in I don't even know how long. So if he still has a job 3 years from now, I would have to imagine his leash is somewhat long, because nobody's fixing this in 2 years.
You'd hope.
This is not a quick turnaround. Because they didn't trade any of their best players when they were still tradable. They traded Lattimore, but he was already close to 30. Never traded Kamara, never traded Cam Jordan, never traded DeMario Davis. Like, they had assets. They decided they were just going to keep going. All these assets got old. They're all either retired.
They also had like an elite player that wasn't able to shine in their system that then goes to a different team.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of Zach Bond.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Zach
Bond saying,
was somewhere else.
Didn't look...
One time. And now
look like that there.
He's a Defensive Player of the Year finalist in his first year away from New Orleans. I mean, come on. Yeah, happy for Zach Bond. He was kind of my guy when he got drafted, so I always appreciate guys like him. Like, off-ball guys, a little bit of pass rush versatility. I just think that's pretty cool.
Big-time pick.
Yeah, big-time pick in the Super Bowl. Great season all around from him. Phenomenal guy. But
elephant in the room about the Super Bowl. I mean, a big moment for our people.
Cooper DeJean, yes sir, pick 6 in the Super Bowl. That's Jackie Robinson shit right there.
Me and my bro were sitting next to each other. As soon as he got that, I looked to him. I was like, he did that for us. He did that for us.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was a fun. I mean, just that whole Super Bowl. I was like, all right, I guess I'll root for the Eagles. And then they were like, of course, leave it to the team I'm supposed to hate the most to give me the most joy watching sports in the past however many months. Year, I don't know.
Sick. Well,
Sick
unfortunately,
work.
the thing that I feared was going to happened with an Eagles Super Bowl win is the Jalen Hurts conversations are about as unintelligent as you'd expect. And, like, look, yeah, we can just ignore these people because they're mentally ill. But somebody had posted the throw to Devonta Smith, like, at the end of the game that was, like, slightly underthrown. And he was like, you're telling me this man's not at least top 3? He did this in the Super Bowl. It's like, mind you, that ball was not on target. Like, it was a little behind him. He had to stop for a second to grab it. DB got a hand in there. That is by no means a perfect pass. It was a good ball, certainly. But when Devonta Smith has several yards on the DB and the DB has time to get a hand in there, that's not a great pass. But and we're talking, top 3, meaning what? Better than 2 of Lamar, Allen, Mahomes, and Burrow? Are you kidding me? Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's
let's just give him his praise. He played
well in that game,
best.
Which is what's unfortunate. Is like
he played his best games back to back to get his team to a chip.
It's not like he stinks. Like Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. The problem is he has the most annoying fan base in the NFL, like player specific.
Because he's hot.
Well, he's such a nice dude too. Like, genuine sweetheart.
Hot.
So, he's easy to like, but the wrong people latch on to him, and they just, like, you are allowed to love a player without thinking he's great. Jordan Love's one of my favorite players in the league. He don't got it all the time. I'll be the first one to admit that. He's got
shit, but when he do.
Nobody turns the ball over with more aura than Jordan Love, but...
I don't think you've seen fourth quarter Herbert.
I've seen fourth quarter Herbert, unfortunately. But look, like I got a lot of guys that I love that I am more than willing to say, hey, he don't always got it like that. I wish more Jalen.
I love Lamar Jackson, but in the playoffs, it's getting tough.
It's gonna be tough to rank like number 1 in our when we do our top 10 quarterbacks this offseason because it's gonna be like a 1A through 1D situation for me at least, and I'm gonna rank them, the 4 of them.
I feel very confident in my 4 right now.
Allen, Burrow, Lamar, Mahomes is your top 4. Allen, is it Burrow number 1? Okay, so it's Allen, and it's Burrow,
baby,
and it's Mahomes, Lamar. The fuck.
I won't overreact to this. I'll go Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But anyways.
Anywho.
If you really want to talk about quarterbacks, there's a brand new show that I know you're appearing on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to QB Bachelor, the top new dating show where our contestant here will be pairing up these QB Bachelors and teamettes to find out which pair is the match made in heaven. Would you rather meet the teams, the teamettes, or the QBs? The QB Bachelors.
QBs. Let's meet the QBs.
You want to meet the QBs. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are all of the QBs for this show today. We have Sam Darnold. This 27-year-old has seen organizations at their worst and others at their best. This Q Bachelor likes to show off the arm talent and other tools that got him drafted 3rd overall, but unfortunately isn't comfortable with any pressure. So be prepared to take things at their pace. And also, they have red hair. Russell Wilson. This 36-year-old is known for shooting for the moon, so get ready to go long. This Q Bachelor is known for keeping his image clean, so you know he won't embarrass you behind your back. But unfortunately, everyone still thinks of him with his first love. Our next contestant here is Kirk Cousins. This 36-year-old is the most financially savvy QB bachelor we may have ever seen. Known for being a stereotypical white dad, corny but great morals, but one of those morals has become giving to others, which might include other partners besides you. Our most esteemed guest here, Aaron Rodgers. This 41-year-old is known for having an open mind he's never afraid of speaking on. It's going to be hard to find a QB bachelor more accomplished in his field than this. The only thing I have here is that he is a drug addict. I don't know what that's about, but you decide that. Next up, we have Justin Fields. This 25-year-old has all the physical tools you might not even be able to handle. Known for what he can do with the lower half of his body, but he is all lower half, as the top half does leave something to be desired. But if you're a girly who loves a project, QB, this man is for you. But speaking of projects, we have Joe Milton. This 24-year-old isn't going to take a hit to your wallet at all, but has the arm to launch you into the next stadium over. Unfortunately, he played for Tennessee.
Hey.
Next up, we have Will Levis. This 25-year-old is known for his hose and mayo. He has a knack for going viral, so the two of you could be seen everywhere very quickly. But that virality might be more of a curse than a gift. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise guest here, Dak Prescott. This 31-year-old is a Walter Payton Man of the Year winner. Not a better person to tie down with. A face of the franchise personality and face. Only problem is he won't be getting down on one knee for a ring anytime. Not anytime soon. Anytime. Now next up, we have one of the newest faces here. We have Shador Sanders. This 23-year-old knows how to bring the spotlight and has been under it their whole life and is used to it. This QB bachelor is family-oriented and values it above all else. The problem? His dad is hotter. And finally, the youngest on the list here, ladies and gentlemen, we have Cam Ward. This 22-year-old is the youngest QB bachelor here, so he might be the best investment. If you click, you could be together for 2 decades. The thing is, you're a weirdo if you're gunning for the youngest option. Those are all our bachelors here. Now, are you ready to meet the teams?
Let's meet the teamettes.
These are the teams that are looking to find their match here, have their future saved. The first one, the Steelers. The pros, coaching, culture, consistent defense, and a guaranteed trip to the playoff. Cons, offensive supporting cast, possibly maybe moving on from Pickens, rumors. What they're looking for, a QB to not get in the way, maybe one to finally elevate the team. Then we have the Raiders. The pros, Brock Bowers, Tom Brady in the building, Jacoby Myers is a wide receiver 2, the 6th pick to help a QB, D-line personnel, and now Pete Carroll. The cons, Jacoby Myers is wide receiver 1, questionable running backs, might have to use that 6th pick on a quarterback, and the division. Looking for a quarterback to compete with Mahomes, Herbert, and Nix. Then we have the Browns.
There's a polar bear in Arlington, Texas there, but that's fine. We're going.
Yeah, I know you.
We're going to go past it, but
all right, Browns. Pros. Jerry Jeudy starting to live up to draft hype. Better tight end option. Well, when I wrote this, I put down Myles Garrett for the pros. Things have occurred since.
Capital, probably. Yeah.
Either Myles Garrett or extra draft capital, depending on how things play out.
This other quarterback, potentially, maybe. Which is what they should
and
do.
then the cons. O-line regression, the division, the Browns' history of QBs, the Browns' karma for Watson, and Nick Chubb likely to not regain form. Looking for God. Next up, we have the Dallas Cowboys. Pros. Top 5 wide receiver. Great defensive personnel. A solid tight end committee. The 12th pick to help the team. The Giants are in the division. And you know you're going to get advertising. The cons. Jerry Jones is owner. Unproven head coach. Jerry Jones is GM. The expectations of playing for the Cowboys, the hype for playing for the Cowboys, the scrutiny of playing for the Cowboys, and then a questionable run game. Dowdle did improve as the year went on, but still probably not enough. And then finally, Commanders and Eagles in the division. They're looking for a quarterback to get over the hump with. Then we have the New York Giants. Pros. Malik Neighbors, Tyrone Tracy, a big market, sexy Dexy on defense. The cons. GM, the scrutiny that comes with playing in that big market, the pass catchers outside of Malik, and then Commanders and Eagles in the division. Looking for a franchise quarterback that can handle the Big Apple. Then we have the Saints. Pros. They have pretty good pass catchers. Alvin Kamara is still solid. The cons. The team is in cap hell. The rest of the division seems to be on the rise. And I put in here, gonna get lesser sought after head coach. They got Kellen Moore, which probably the absolute best they could have gotten given their situation.
Yeah.
Looking for just a quarterback good enough to make playoffs. And then our final team here, the Jets. Pros, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Breece Hall, defensive personnel, big market. The cons, the Bills are in the division. It seems like it's just a bad culture. Second to the Giants in New York. And the O-line seemingly always has problems. They're looking for a quarterback to just play point guard to their elite weapons. Those are all the teams. So, I believe there's more QBs listed here than there are teams. So, unfortunately, some of these Q bachelors will not be finding a true mate.
I have thoughts on a couple of those QBs anyways, actually, so that doesn't hurt.
So, and then I didn't know if there was other teams, surprise teams, or surprise QB bachelors you wanted to include.
Did you list the Titans?
No, I must have forgotten. But yeah, obviously they're included.
That is one way or another. That's a team destined for something at quarterback this offseason. You mentioned Will Levis. You didn't mention Tennessee. Interestingly enough,
I did this out of order when I was making it, so I guess I just forgot them.
Yeah, and then I don't think it's going to happen to throw in Derek Carr too if you want to for the QBs. I don't think he was mentioned. I don't know that he's getting moved, but
yeah. Titans definitely were supposed to be there, but put in the cons, one of the more forgettable franchises.
Sure. Best friends of Titans fan, and you still couldn't remember to put them down. Yeah, you're probably right. One of the more forgettable franchises.
But they're looking for a quarterback to make them one of the most memorable franchises.
New stadium on the way. Got to sell tickets.
So, all right, let's you want to go team by team here, or how do you want to match these up?
Yeah, let's go team by team.
So let's start off with your Tennessee Titans. They hold the first pick. A lot of dominoes in the draft will fall after that. Unfortunately, free agency is before that. But who are you thinking?
Let's
the Titans.
Some of the Q bachelors again here.
All right, I will just list the names here.
Yeah.
The Q bachelors are Sam Darnold, Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields, Joe Milton, Will Levis, Dak Prescott, Shedeur Sanders, and Cam Ward.
So I do think Will Levis, at least for this offseason, stays in Tennessee. I don't think he's going anywhere just yet. Now, maybe we see something develop during the preseason, similarly to Malik Willis. But at least for the offseason here, I don't think Will Levis is going anywhere. With that being said, however, this is a team that's going to do something at QB, whether it be a veteran or whether it be a draft pick. I am going to go with Among the options given, I don't. Damn. We're just gonna go with Kirk Cousins. I think there's a good chance he stays in Atlanta as the backup, but I think if he does get cut, Atlanta takes most of the salary. You're not gonna have to pay him a lot. He's not gonna count much against the cap. He is a bridge guy, somebody who can kind of play point guard in the Brian Callahan offense. Throw to the open guy. So worse option.
With a shocking turn of events, the first quarterback and team pairing is the Titans walking out of here with two men. They walk out of here with Will Levis and Kirk Cousins. Not what I saw coming.
All right,
let's just move down.
Here we got going on.
The next teammate, let's go with the Browns. Let's just go down the draft board there. Let's go.
Browns.
That's
going to be a Cam Ward to me. They need somebody who can make plays, like you said, a depreciating offensive line. They're going to need somebody who can make plays out of structure. That's what Cam Ward does. They need some kind of excitement. This is a franchise with not a lot of hope. The Deshaun Watson trade has rightfully been a disaster. That's what they deserve, quite frankly. But,
Yes.
You got to move on eventually. And I think in this scenario, Cam Ward is what they need. Cam Ward could absolutely reignite some fire in this team. It could be a lot of fun. Let's go with Cam Ward.
Wow. So, the Browns will be ruining the career of one Cam Ward. I know he's devastated. He's going to be dragged out of the studio here, kicking and screaming. All right. Then let's go with the Giants. Who gets to throw to Malik Neighbors?
So, like you said, tough media market. You're in New York. Somebody's got to be able to handle that pressure. Shedeur Sanders grew up with Deion Sanders as a father. If there's anybody that can handle pressure in that kind of media market, it's probably him. In fact, I think he'd probably like it. He'd probably like being in New York. I think he would enjoy that. And he's got an elite wide receiver one, or at the very least a future elite wide receiver one, if we're doing projections here. I think we can all agree Malik Neighbors is a...
I would say he's
already a star, but I think he's a legitimate superstar on his way. Not to mention elite left tackle. Maybe missing at least one more piece on that offensive line, but that's what the rest of the draft is for. That's what you got the offseason still, you got free agency. Two good pass rushers. You've got Sexy Dexy. You've got Brian Burns. Tibbs isn't incredible, but he's solid. You've still got Azeez Ojulari, depending on what happens with him this offseason. But they've got options. So, they're maybe a little closer roster-wise than people think. And maybe that's why they're giving the front office another year. But it's go big or go home with them as far as QB goes. They have to draft one. And Ward's off the board. Shedeur Sanders it is.
All right. Then let's take it over to Las Vegas. They're gambling. Which quarterback are the Raiders gambling on?
I think it's mostly speculation at this point, but from what I've heard, the bridge between Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson has been repaired a bit, and I think, let's be honest, you're not hiring Pete Carroll hoping he'll be there for the next decade. You just need an adult in the room right now. You need a culture guy. You need somebody just kind of, babysit for a year or two. So maybe you bring in Russell Wilson. You get yourself a Russell Wilson.
Wow. To the disappointment of many, the Raiders get Russell Wilson. Wow. Not the kind of guy, not the guy I was thinking of. But I'm guessing we'll find him somewhere.
We sure will.
Who do the Jets bring out there next year?
Run me through my options again here.
All right. So there's So we still have Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields, Joe Milton, Dak Prescott.
Okay.
And like I said, at any point you want to tap in another name here, feel free.
Let's go with Justin Fields here. Let's have a little fun. You mentioned culture earlier.
Whoa.
I think Aaron Glenn's going to turn that around pretty quickly. I mean, we're talking about a guy who played for the franchise. He's invested in making this thing work. Players love Aaron Glenn. They have his entire career, regardless of coordinator, position coach, whatever the case may be. Aaron Glenn has always been well liked by the guys that he's coached. I can't imagine that's going to suddenly change now. I think they're going to buy in very quickly to what he wants to do. And this is definitely not the year for them to go get their guy. But, go bring in a guy. Bring in somebody who, provides you something with his legs. Get you somebody who can, be your guy for just a year. See what you can get from him. Maybe there's a little more juice left in that orange. You know what I'm saying? So, who knows? So, we're gonna go with Justin Fields for the Jets here. Aaron Rodgers is off the table. They've already informed him for the most part. I believe that it's not happening.
Yeah.
So likely he's gone. I think it makes sense. So, yeah. Moving on. Next team here. What we looking at?
Then let's go to the Steelers.
Go to the Steelers. This, to me, has Sam Darnold written all over it. If they want a true upgrade at quarterback, this is it right here. Somebody with a little bit of somewhat long-term starter potential still in there. He played great football this year for the most part. Pittsburgh's offensive line's getting better. They drafted a few guys last year that I really like. I think especially in year 2, we could see them take a jump. I think this team is, for the most part, ready to have that guy under center, and I think Sam Darnold is your best bet for Pittsburgh, realistically, if they want to compete at the level they want to compete at. So, we're going to go with Sam Darnold.
Wow. Sam Darnold. The Steelers finally get their new Big Ben. What? No, I'm just playing. But now, who plays quarterback for the Saints?
I think Derek Carr stays right where he is, from what I've been hearing.
Wow.
I don't think there's any change there. We'll see. Obviously, long off season to go, but I think it makes sense. Like I said, they only save like $2 or $3 million if they cut him, and they have like 40-50 million on the dead cap if they do. There's just no need. I mean, they're plenty in the hole as it is, and cutting Derek Carr won't dig them out of it hardly at all. And he still has some of the better on-target percentages in the NFL at all levels of the field. Now, routinely throws hospital balls, mind you. Has gotten several coaches fired. Hopefully Kellen Moore won't be one of them, but we'll see. But I think they roll with him for one more year. I don't think this is over just yet. I think he's better than any other option they really have, and they don't save a whole lot by cutting him, and they're going to have to pay whoever they replace him with anyway, so may as well roll with Derek Carr for one more year. Don't think it'll hurt too much. It won't hurt anyone besides Chris Olave, probably.
Yeah. Let's see here. I think then that just leaves us. Let me double check. Yep, with the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't think Dak Prescott's going anywhere. Quite frankly, I just don't. I don't see it. I don't think it's realistic right now. I think, there's still something in that relationship. I don't think they're ready to call it quits yet. I think Jerry loves him. I think Jerry wants him there. I know it's probably not what you want to hear.
I don't think he loves him.
I don't think Jerry's ready to move on yet.
Frankly. That part, maybe.
I just don't think so. I don't think it's happening.
No, he won't be moved.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's unlikely.
So, let's see. That leaves us with 2 QBs here without a home. I'm going to assume that Joe Milton is just staying as the backup quarterback in New England.
I don't think anybody's trading for him. Not that it would be bad to take a chance on him. We've seen a very small sample size, but the sample size we have seen has been really good, both in the preseason and in the NFL action he got in Week 18. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see anybody taking a big swing on Joe Milton. I think New England likes him as the backup. I think good backup quarterbacks are valuable in this league, and I think Joe Milton has at least proved to be that for the most part. I think they're going to keep him unless they get an offer they can't refuse, and I just don't think that's going to happen. So, and as for Aaron Rodgers, I think
I wanted to tee you up.
I think he's retiring.
You think he's retiring?
I don't think he's gonna have that much of a market, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I could see Tennessee if the Kirk Cousins thing doesn't happen. Maybe I've heard Atlanta might keep him, So if that's the case, then maybe he stays there. But and then Aaron Rodgers goes to Tennessee. I mean, he does have a house there, I think. But dude, I don't know what the market like. I have to imagine Pittsburgh would prefer Sam Darnold. I don't think Tennessee would
currently. I googled to double check. They're the favorite to like just land him.
With the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What's his name?
That's where I thought you were gonna go.
No, I just think Darnold makes way more sense for Pittsburgh. I mean,
well, because in my mind, Darnold's going to the Raiders.
See that would be the other Darnold destination for me, but I don't see that being a like a marriage that makes sense either. Because like, why hire Pete Carroll if you're gonna go get Sam Darnold? That just doesn't compute. I don't know.
Well, you just want to you're just trying to become like just a solid organization first, and you get like a solid quarterback, and you get a proven head coach.
I suppose
you have good weapons.
You've got a good weapon. Well, yeah, you got 2 good weapons. Yeah. One incredible weapon and one pretty good weapon. One really good weapon. I do love me some Jacoby.
And then you have the 6th pick to get another weapon, which is like in my mind another reason I said weapons plural because I'm thinking totally that.
Possible. I'd
like my guess.
In my dream scenario,
or that's also the spot I think is the highest. I'm not saying this will happen, but I think this is that 6 overall is the highest I think Ashton Jeanty can go.
I don't think it's unreasonable. No, I think it could happen.
But anyways,
I do think he goes top 10. I think he goes to Chicago, but we'll do mock drafts eventually, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But my ideal scenario here, selfishly, I want to see Ted McMillan go to the Panthers at 8.
Yeah,
would love that.
Their defense was so bad though last year. Like they were the bottom of like every metric. I think you got to attack it. I mean, of course, you got to play the board how it falls to you.
Right, but also you got to invest in your quarterback, who has proven to be a lot better than you thought he was to start. So, he's figured it out, but you got to let him keep figuring it out. The only way you do
fine.
34-year-old Adam Thielen, your wide receiver 1 for the 3rd year in a row. That's your
all right. Take a weapon with your 8th pick. Every other pick.
Defense. Yes, I'm fine with that. The offensive line is plenty good enough. Get him one more weapon, and then just go heavy defense.
Maybe even sign one more offensive lineman. But after that. Because you also, one way of protecting your quarterback is by not being down 21-0 and having to throw a billion times, having a defense that can get a stop.
Yes, absolutely.
But, yeah, that was fun. I mean, yeah, you definitely took it in a different direction than, where my mind is.
I'm not saying Rodgers won't have a market. It's just going to be really weird. Because all the teams you think would make sense could go somewhere else. And then there's nothing left for him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, if you got old-ass Pete Carroll, maybe you get old-ass Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think... If Rodgers does get signed, I think it's a while... Like, I don't think it's in March. This is like an April-May situation. Which is weird, but I feel like Rodgers gets signed after the draft. I don't think he gets signed in the early free agency period. I just don't.
Maybe. I don't know. Because it just takes one of these teams that need a quarterback to be like, that's Aaron Rodgers, and signing him.
Right. Right, but the hottest commodity certainly is Sam Darnold.
Yes.
No question about it.
But he'll sign day one of free agent. That's
will be gone right away, certainly. Yeah, unless he's
the deal might be done now. Who knows?
I doubt it, but I mean, maybe at the combine that deal will get done. Combine's in a couple weeks. Starts in 15 days, I think. So we shall see. By the way, combine starts in 15 days. The Jags still don't have a GM. But anywho, none of my business. But they've interviewed John Robinson, by the way. I fucking hope he gets the job. That would be so funny. John Robinson got the Jags job. Oh my God.
Yeah, look out for Brian Thomas Jr. he will be made available.
He will be getting traded after year 3, maybe year 4 if they exercise his 5th-year option. But, yeah, get the packages ready. But, I like that.
Yeah. And I think let's just see. Well, you know what we didn't do?
Girl boss affirmations. That's what we didn't do. Mm-hmm.
I think because I was just so excited about the segment, ready to talk about the Super Bowl.
You know how you said you thought you'd forgotten something? This is it. This is what you'd forgotten.
This has to have been it. From Grace Hopper. Mm-hmm. Most damaging phrase in the language is, "We've always done it this way."
She's cooking. Oh, she's
yeah.
cooking.
I think even the biggest reason is because like it's fine to have traditions and stuff like that, mm-hmm. but I think the biggest reason is when that's your only reasoning, mm-hmm. or when you have to default to that in an argument, mm-hmm. you're losing. Like you can't. That's Absolutely. It. You need to have other valid reasons around that. Yeah. To make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. She's that was awesome. She's cooking.
Yeah, that was a great one. All right. Are we cutting deep then?
I think we are.
Now that we've matched QBs. Mm-hmm. Icebreaker. Extrovert or introvert?
Probably ambivert. Lame answer, but like...
Cop out? No, you gotta pick one. No, we're not doing this cop out. It says this or that, not this or that.
Extrovert, because introvert would be depressing. I'm just like,
It doesn't have to be depressing. I'm going introvert. It doesn't have to be depressing.
I mean, like, if it's like an all the time thing. Like, if I had to be one or the other, I'm picking extrovert.
I'm going with the introvert. What hobby would you pick up if time and money weren't an issue?
Day trips to space. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. I would be too scared for that shit. I would just like language acquisition. Just learning more and more languages. Or more than just one.
Guitar would be another one though, which is one I want to pick up.
Yeah, I thought about some music-based ones.
Every instrument, if we're talking time and money not being a factor, give me let me learn to play everything. Be versatile.
See. Deeper. I don't know if we really have anything for that. What's the grossest thing I've seen you do?
That you've seen me do? I don't
think we've seen each other do anything particularly gross. Yeah, I don't think we've seen each other do anything particularly gross.
I'm trying to think of some awful take that I've had. I'm like, the grossest thing you've seen me do is predict a Titans playoff run in the year, like, whatever. But I don't think so. No, I don't think we have anything for this.
Yeah, no, we don't. But that's fine. We can just move on to wavelength.
Yes, sir. Host guesses first, yes? Right?
Yep.
We forget. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to close my eyeballs.
Okay, a number has been shown.
An item contained in a sushi roll.
Item contained in a sushi roll?
Yes.
Maybe salmon.
That's a good, solid option in your sushi roll, certainly.
I'll be honest, I like sushi, and I've had different sushis. I don't know what's actually... I just eat them. Like, I don't actually know what's going on.
I mean, like, generally, like, rice.
Maybe like a slight, like a spicy salmon. Not like overly, but like a...
Okay. We're looking at, like, 7, 8, 9 territory here, because I like a little bit of kick in my sushi, and I like me some salmon. Salmon's good fish. So, I'm with you. I don't always look at the ingredients in my sushi necessarily, unless I'm actually going out like to a sushi restaurant and I'm looking at rolls to order. Then but if I'm at a buffet and I'm like, oh, that looks good. I'm not reading shit.
Yeah.
I'm eating with my eyes at that point. So, but yes, the spicy. I'm thinking 7 to 9 here. Spicy salmon in sushi is really good. I'm thinking 7's probably too low. It's 8 or 9. I think slight kick on the salmon. I think we're looking at some really strong start here. Good optimism here for the salmon. Give me a hiring in this NFL cycle. GM or coach, doesn't matter. Give me a hiring in this cycle.
Man. Okay, I'm trying to think of all the coaches that got hired. So Vrabel went to the Patriots. Ben Johnson went to the Bears. Liam Cohen to Jacksonville. Brian Schottenheimer to the Cowboys.
Kellen Moore to the Saints. Pete Carroll to the Raiders.
I'll go with. Give me Aaron Glenn to the Jets.
See, to me, that's a really good. I want to say it's a really good hire, and what keeps it from being an incredible hire is that it's just kind of the same thing they've been doing. Like, let's get a defensive culture guy in the room. Like,
but look at it individually.
Well, right.
Just look at it.
I get the Jets fan.
No, I'm telling you.
Right.
Look at it individually.
Right. But that's how I like to look at it too. Regardless, is because he's obviously he's his own person. Like, you don't know how this is going to work out. I think it's a very good hire. I think 8. We're looking at a good 8 here. I like Aaron. I didn't like him this time last year, obviously, as we recall, but I felt way better about him this year. Seeing what he did with that defense despite all the injuries.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, big fan. 8's where I'm at here. I mean, NBA player. Any player.
I will go with SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
We're looking at a 9. That can't be lower than a 9. No question about it. Unless you for some reason have SGA at an 8, which would be insane, but can't be lower than a 9. I think the reason you were hung up on the coach so long is because Ben Johnson would be the 10 and it's not 10. So 9 for you was the Aaron Glenn. If I had to guess your thought process. So SGA is a 9. Like, Jokic is a 10. SGA ain't Jokic, but like, he's a 9. His fans think SGA's fans are like the Jalen Hurts fans of the NBA, but I'm not going to get into all that. SGA is also a better player than Jalen Hurts as a quarterback, so it's a little more understandable, but they're also a little worse. I don't know. Anywho, actually, Embiid fans are probably worse than. Anywho,
I haven't heard from them in a while.
He hasn't.
I don't know if
in a
they're
while.
around. Exactly. Are they there anymore?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're only there when he's playing, and then as soon as he gets back on the court, they're like, "See, I told you." Like, nobody ever said he sucked, but whatever. How many was that? I had Sushi, Aaron Glenn, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
So I got 2 left. I'm not gonna get off this 9. I don't think it would take a lot. Give me a corn chip. This could be a corn tortilla chip as well, not necessarily just a corn.
I'll go with the Fritos Scoops.
Oh, yes, sir. With the bean dip? Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a 9. That's a 9. Scoop-shaped Fritos. Fritos already gas as fuck as it is. Put a scoop shape in it, now we're fucking talking.
Yeah, the scoop is better than the normal Frito with everything except for making a Frito pie, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, fair enough. Give me...
Last question, baby.
Give me a candy. Could be a chocolate, could be just a regular ass candy. Give me a candy.
A guy like me, give me gummy worms.
Love gummy worms. Yeah, this is a 9. Lock that shit in. I'm not gonna think about this.
Is that your final answer?
Lock that shit in.
It was 9.
Yer. Yep.
Now I have to close my
pretty little
eyes.
peepers over there. What am I gonna go with? Okay, my number has been shown on the screen.
Okay, give me.
Wait, let me double check that. Hang on. It's gonna make a lot of sense after I'm done, I promise. It's gonna make way more sense after I'm done.
Did you pick 3? So that's Anthony Davis's number?
Okay, no, we're good. I got it. I got it. Okay. Yeah.
Alright, let me get in the headspace for this. Give me a Pokemon regional bird.
Ooh. regional bird.
Yeah, they're easy to get attached to, so maybe it's a little hard.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like. Damn. Let me look at all of them real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me Swallow. Like Tailo and I think Swallow is the evolution of Tailo. The blue one from Hoenn.
Yeah. Is that the final?
Yeah, it's only a 2-stager. Tailo and Swallow.
Oh.
Swallow. I think it's its name. I'd be forgetting.
Tailo and Swallow. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think Swallow. It's the second.
Okay. Isn't that? I feel like for some reason I think that's one of the better ones, but maybe it still gets overshadowed by like a Talonflame.
Staraptor.
By like, yeah.
Hey.
My fault.
Hey.
Hey, my fault.
I will hang up this shit right now.
I would have assumed Swallow was higher than Staraptor.
Oh, it is Swallow. You're right. Not Swallow. I'm tripping. It's Swallow.
Off the top of the dome here,
Swallow don't get close combat upon evolution, bro.
Talonflame, is that number one?
I'm not. But Swallow could be my number one. You don't know.
My fault. Let me look at them.
No, you also got Corvisquire. You got Corvisquire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
Damn, you really just Googled and the fucking first thing you looked at, you said.
Yeah, goes hard. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, it does go. It definitely goes harder than Staraptor, though.
You and I have very different Staraptor opinions, it seems.
Toucannon is one of them ones.
Toucannon is one of them ones, absolutely.
So I think for me, it would go like Talonflame, Corviknight. That's its name, right?
Corviknight's the final evolution, I think.
And then this is bias heavy, but I'd still put Pidgeot just for the memories.
Yeah, the OG.
Then like Swellow.
Yeah.
Then Swellow. Then Staraptor. Then Unfezant or whatever the hell its name is.
Unfezant, yeah.
And then Noctow's cool.
I like Noctowl.
Noctow's cool, but he lasts.
Yeah.
So I think we're looking a little bit in the middle, but I'll say 6. 6 is current vibe. Give me an ice cream topping. What's you sprinkling on top? Sprinkles. I actually think of more like Froyo toppings when you go to the Froyo place.
I'm gonna go with gummy bears.
Okay, hold up. Gummy bears sucks as a topping because they freeze and they're fucking hard to chew. And I think we've talked about this before, and now we have disagreements on Swellow now. We definitely just took a hard hit to like a 3. Oh, if I ever got them, I would start to just put them on the side, just ring it up, and just try to eat them by themselves real quick. Because it's like, I can't let these get too cold. Otherwise, they fucking suck. If you're mixing them in there, or you're trying to layer them in there, or you leave them in there too long, you're done. Your teeth are done. We're looking at like a 3. Because it's still gummy bears. I don't want to go like a hard 1, but maybe. Nah, but Swallow couldn't be. Swallow couldn't be. Come on, bro. I'm thinking 3. Right now, I'm thinking 3. Give me. Let's stick with like food top. Give me a piece of a burger, like a layer of a burger.
Okay.
You got the buns, the meat, the tomatoes, the lettuce, the onions, the bacon, ketchup's in there, mustard's in there sometimes. Sometimes if you get fancy, you got a little blue cheese, those caramelized onions, red jalapenos, anything.
Let's go with the top bun.
Okay, maybe we're sitting at like a. Okay, top bun. That's like that's a necessary thing now. Like you need, maybe it's less necessary than the bottom bun, but it's better because it's a little fluffier than the bottom. So how do you balance those out?
Don't forget the sesame.
Who knows? They are present. All right, maybe we're at like a 4 or 5. real middle in there. But God, but you fucking up the gummy bears and Swallow, and then like bottom, or top bun. I got the spectrum here.
Everything will make sense when we're done. I promise.
Oh, that's right. This was built around the you. Okay. There's a joke. I don't know what the fucking joke is, but there's a joke here.
I mean, I couldn't plan the questions you were gonna ask. It's not necessarily.
I know, but there's a fucking joke here. I just don't see.
Okay.
When this number gets revealed, you're gonna be like, "That's why I picked this one because of this. I picked that one because of this."
I don't sound like that, but sure. Okay. Yeah, something like that.
I didn't say that was you.
I think that's kind of where you were at, though, wasn't it? I mean,
give me a Smash Bros. Character.
Ooh, I ain't touched Smash in a minute.
Me neither.
Mind you, my answer will not be based on competitive play. It will just be based on vibes.
You'd be lost on me if you did.
Give me one of them Fire Emblem dudes. They're all the same. Just give me one of them.
Okay. They're hot. I'm thinking 5. I don't know. I'm so lost. This is the most lost in the sauce I've been.
You got one more. Just make this now the last one a good
one. Right.
You'll have it.
No. Give me an X-Men.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. Damn. All right, let's go with Colossus.
Okay. He cool, I guess. I'm still thinking 5. All right, 5. Final answer.
Lock it in.
5.
All right.
Yes.
It was 5. Now.
I fucking tripped and stumbled into this.
The reason I went with 5, you went with 9. 95 is Myles Garrett's number. He just requested a trade, so that'll be one of the more exciting things this offseason. Just saying. I don't know. So I had to double check to make sure I wasn't tripping. Myles Garrett wears 95. He does. But okay. Swallow. I like Swallow. I like
Gummy bears at 5. That's generous.
Hang on. Let me go in order. Swallow. I like Swallow. I like all the reason, but like you said, Knockdown was cool. But
cool. 5 made sense.
Knockdown. Right. He's a very middle of the road bird.
Yes.
Like you said, Toucan is one of them ones. Talonflame probably number 1. Staraptor top 3 for me. Pidgeot would probably be the next one down. And then probably Swallow at that point. Unfezant, I don't really give a fuck about. I love Gen 5. I don't love Unfezant. But Swallow's one of them ones still. I like Swallow. Beautiful Pokemon. Beautiful plumage. Great design from like puffing it shit out. Looks cool. I like it. Gummy bears. Look, they still got the flavor. Now that's the reason they're a 5 and not a 9 or a 10. Because like you said, they're froze. But like you said, you can slide them to the side a little bit. They're not gonna be as froze. It's cool. In fact, most Froyo toppings do that. It's not like the brownies do that shit too. I don't want brownies in my Froyo because I'm just biting chunks.
I don't put brownies in Froyo.
That's what I'm saying. But they have the little brownie bites in there, and you put them in, and now you're biting in bricks. It's the same shit. So most Froyo toppings do that to your teeth. That's why it's
which is funny. Well, it's funny you use that one as an example. I'm not a big fan of brownie to begin with.
I love brownies, but sprinkles are an A1 topping because they're meant to be used for that purpose.
Of course.
Any kind of sauce you throw on that bitch is A1. Caramel, chocolate, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to throw on there. It's for that purpose.
What do you know about sauce?
I will hang this bitch up right now. Don't ever question me in sauce ever again. I got the sauce, motherfucker. I got the sauce.
Question.
So, that's 5 for me. What else? What else was it? What else did you ask me?
Oh, the top bun.
Oh, the top bun. It's good. I like it. Sesame seed bun, solid. Solid.
Yeah.
What do you call? And then what were the other two? Okay, Colossus for the X-Men. He's cool, but he's not like nearly as cool as like
Yeah.
Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Gambit,
Storm.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of better options there. What was the fourth one though? Colossus was fifth and Top Bone was third. What was fourth? Damn, I'm lost.
Oh, Smash character. You know the Fire Emblem guys.
Give me a Fire Emblem guy. Yeah, I haven't played Smash in forever, man. I don't know. Just give me somebody. Like, I definitely played one of those Fire Emblem characters. I don't know who it was, but I mained him for a bit. I had fun. But, yeah. That'll wrap that up. Do you know what time it is?
Yeah. Top 3 of the week. Ghost type Pokemon.
What? Yes, sir.
I had to remember what it was while I was saying top 3 of the week. I was like, what the fuck is it again?
It is Ghost type Pokemon, yes, sir.
Okay. Ghost type Pokemon. Do I go first?
Yes.
Or do you? Okay.
Yes.
So for my number 3.
2 of yours already, for sure. I know 2 of them.
Probably.
No,
yeah,
definitely.
I just assume so.
I know 2 of them. I'm 100% positive I know 2 of them.
Anyway, my number 3. Pokemon is known for having like an archetype that it carries around for each generation. And the best one of these archetypes that they did was when they kind of turned it on its head, almost parodied the archetype to a degree. For number 3, I went with Mimikyu.
See, that's
every gen. There's like a Pika clone.
That's a banger.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just also like the Eldritch Horror that's supposed to be underneath this Pokemon, wanting to be loved, so it wears a Pikachu costume over it. Kind of. I mean, I just love it. I mean, it's the best idea they've had for like one of these.
Great lore.
Yeah. It's just perfect. So Mimikyu at my number 3, wanting to be loved, something we all relate to. My number 3. Your number 3, sir.
Number 3. You know me. You know I love me some Gen 5. Fortunately, this game gave us a couple of great ghost types, but only one of them is primary ghost. One of the great ones, anyways. This thing is a 3-stager. It's a dual type from start to finish. It is one of the coolest type combinations in the game. Give me Chandelure. Love Chandelure. Ghostfire. Great concept. It's a chandelier that's been possessed. Cool as fuck. Great design. Great concept. Great typing. Great move pool. This thing hits like a truck. Love it. Love everything about it. Love Chandelure. Excuse me. Your number 2. I think I know who did.
My number 2. If there's one thing y'all know about me.
I knew it.
If there's one thing y'all know about me when we do this section. If there's a dog Pokemon available, brother, he's getting put in the list.
Could have fooled me.
This is another one that did make my... This is another one that did make my team when I made my dog team, my Pokemon gym team. Houndstone.
Could have fooled me.
On my dead dogs. This Pokemon is cool.
Yes, sir.
It's just as simple as it's a dog, so it's getting slapped onto the top 3. Baby.
As soon as I was reminded when I was scrolling through Bulbapedia that this thing existed, I'm like, that's in his top 3. I'm like, no fucking way.
Immediately put that dog in.
Put that dog in.
What the dog doing?
Put that dog in there. In fact, if you want, we can go ahead. Buford, you listening? Buford. That's when the subcommittee had to reallocate the funds, and then We can go.
You know what's funny? I was listening back to the Nuzlocke, and you brought this up, and I said I didn't know it.
Oh,
there's no way. I definitely had
I
seen this before.
Pokemon Buford.
Yeah.
Yeah, you caught one, and I'm like, name it Buford. Buford.
Yeah, you named it my Spiro Buford.
Yeah, Buford. Buford, you listening?
Buford, you listening?
Now, well, we can go ahead and combo this one because I know you're number one. I'm not like there's no way you left this thing out of your top three. It's my number two. We can talk about Gengar here because I love Gengar.
Yeah, man. You know
you love Gengar. Everybody loves Gengar.
The mascot of the type.
Yeah, you mentioned that before we started recording.
Mascot of the ghost type.
Even if you didn't, I would have known he was in there somewhere. Yeah,
he's just my number one because he's just the most iconic one. I think a big reason is because of how loved he is by the fandom. I've seen just amazing fan art and stuff with Gengar.
Yeah, he's got a Mega and he's got a Gigantamax.
I mean,
Game Freak knows.
Yeah,
know people
love this. Love the spooky season, and when it's spooky season, Gengar comes out either in official work or in fan work. He's everywhere. Just this ghost cat almost. He's a great Pokemon. So that is my number one and your number two.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to, maybe you can go ahead and get into that number one.
My number one. So a lot of Pokemon I was looking at were unfortunately secondary ghosts. It made me a little sad. This Pokemon I was almost surprised to find out was primary ghost. I'm very glad it is. Ladies and gentlemen, my number one, I'm going to go with Giratina. And the first game I ever played was Platinum. You'll know I love me some Giratina. One of the coolest Pokemon they've ever made. So it's like if Satan was a horse, and the horse has 6 legs. And also he's like really cool. And also sometimes he's not a horse. Sometimes he can fly. Depends.
Yeah.
Depends. Some you give him this little orb, or if you send him home, he can fly. He's just awesome, man. One of the best designed Pokemon they've ever made still to this day. Incredible typing. We need more Dragon Ghost. Frankly, it's not used enough. There's only one other Dragon Ghost Pokemon, and that's the Dragapult line. So all 3 of them. But yeah, we need more. Shout out Giratina. That's my number one.
Yeah. I think that's it for top 3 then.
That will do it.
I wonder which types have been recorded but not put up.
Don't worry about it. I can just
because we're gonna be like, all right, we're done with all the Pokemon types.
Like an archives episode one day where I just bundle like 3 of them or however many I have that have been uploaded.
Or at the very least, get the top 3s out.
Yeah. Just do like a Avillion Brayden Talks archive, whatever.
Deleted footage, never before seen.
Lost episodes.
Lost footage.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. So I think it's time for what we've been on.
It's time for what we've been on. You go first, partner. What you've been on.
All right, what we've been on. So I alluded.
We can talk about the thing we've both been on if you want.
Yeah, let's start there then, baby. We both. There's only 3 episodes out right now. It's time of recording.
One comes out tomorrow.
The other one tomorrow. So maybe once we're done with the Nuzlocke, we'll probably hop onto that.
Possibly before the Nuzlocke. I get home at 4. I'll have 3 hours between them and the Nuzlocke. I'm watching that shit first.
All right. Well, don't spoil when we get there.
I won't.
But yeah. So we both have seen the first 3 episodes of Invincible season 3.
Yeah.
They're great. I mean, this show is just continuing to deliver.
I'm liking it so far. I do think episode 1 gets off to a pretty slow start to a degree. I think I don't love it, but I think episode 2 and 3 are great. I think they pick it right back up. One thing I will say though, and it's not like Mark is wrong, but like Cecil sure as shit isn't wrong either. I don't think, and
I think he crosses the line with having the thing in his fucking head.
Oh, definitely. That is a problem. But I also do think Mark kind of manipulates everybody else in episode 2, where he's like, Cecil's trying to kill me. It's like, no, the fuck he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, even he comes in, he's like, hey, shut the fuck... No, I'm not. Shut the fuck up.
Like, that's some shady shit, and like that's not something you necessarily want to see Mark be capable of. But
right, I think the show kind of does a good job of showing the hypocrisy of both, because we see younger Cecil be mad at the exact same shit that he's doing now, and then I think it's episode 3 that starts off with the couple that's like kind of being forced into crime, and we hear Mark talking about how important life is, and just how important life is, and he's supposed to not be this like overly harsh guy, and then he just runs up on this couple hard on their luck and just kind of beats the fuck out of them and dips. Yeah. And it's like, you're not being this compassionate hero either.
Right. They're both being hypocritical, I think. And I think the show wants you to think that. Like, I don't think... Like, obviously, it's being told through Mark's lens. So, of course, you know, the general sympathy is going to be for Mark. But, like, neither character is necessarily in...
Which is why I think, you know, the episode 3 starts the way it does of just seeing the life of those...
And I do hope at some... I think they're going to, like... They will both be held accountable at some point this season. And that'll be nice.
Hopefully.
But another thing, like, the power scaling, like how it shows in the beginning, is that, like, Mark is unfuckwittable. He should not be losing to the fucking Mahler twins in season 3 of the show. I'm sick of this shit. That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's just dumb. I mean, I understand that the whole point of that was for, like, you know, that was
for Oliver
for Oliver to kill
Baz out,
and then like
for
them to have
fucking moron.
But like, how the fuck does Mark lose to the Mahler twins? His speed had like fucking tripled or whatever it was. He should have been able to dodge that shit, no problem. But narratively, they needed him to lose that fight because they needed Oliver to come in and clean up. And but there's just no way
so they were
Oliver
like,
should be stronger than Mark right now. But
yeah, and then I mean, to be fair, the reason Oliver beat the Mahler twins was just because they were underestimating him. Like, one turns his back.
I get that. But
shit like that.
But there's no reason Mark should be losing to the Mahler twins at this point in his career.
No, I mean, they were like, here's a fucking, like, here's a gun to just explain things away.
Yeah. Like,
this is a guy doesn't work.
This is a guy that's going to beat Conquest, I think his name is, later in the season, and I'm supposed to believe that he's going to lose to the Mahler twins. Fuck off. Like, whatever. I get it. They're working with the material that they have, and like you have to show this for Oliver somehow. I think that could have been done better, but also, they cut out a line from not necessarily cut out. They might show it later. There's a line in the comics when they have that 1-on-1 where Oliver's like, "Don't you think sometimes Dad was right?" Mark's response to that is sometimes. Sometimes he does. He told him. He said sometimes. But they didn't show that in the show. But they paused on him for a long time after that. So I'm wondering if he did respond, and we'll get a flashback later in the season of Mark saying sometimes he does think Dad was right. Because that is how he responded in the comics. I don't think they'd cut that line out. I think they're saving that for later. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm excited. We're getting Invincible Wars at some point this season. It looks like probably, so we shall see. But yeah, it's off to a good start again. It's a good show.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Glad to see Eve and Mark getting together. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like, there's too much of like, I don't know, not enough of. I need to at least see one scene of them just being like a cute couple and not Mark just like crying to her.
That, and also like I was so worried in the first episode that they were gonna make us wait all season because of that.
Yeah, that too. I was like, Mark, you're a fucking idiot. Yeah. I was like, Mark, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you say that?
That felt a little forced. As well. Yeah. That was the one part I really didn't like about episode 1. Is I'm like, that's just, we don't need that shit right now. But they got it over with pretty quickly, so it's fine. But but I agree. I want to see, like, I don't know that they'll get any time to have that break to themselves, but I would love to see just a scene.
I just want to see a little bit of relationshipy stuff to be like, yes, this is a genuine couple.
Yeah.
And believe it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited for tomorrow's episode. I'm excited for the other 4 that'll come out after that.
Yeah.
I'm excited. But would you like to get into the other stuff you've been on, sir?
Yes. So speaking of superhero stuff, I went to a comic book store while this house here was having an open house. And I went, and I've been meaning to get into the Absolute comics that DC's been doing with Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman.
Okay.
When I walk in there, Absolute Wonder Woman is staring me down, so I got the first 4 issues of that. I read the first 2 so far. Very cool. I'm excited to see where it goes. Interesting setup so far, but comics are pretty short, so not much is really like out there right now. At least it's from the 2 that I've seen, but just a big, the basics of her backstory and seeing her in action. Ready to just see more of her and more of her backstory and how she got certain things and stuff like that. Especially how she got her Pegasus. That's what I wanted. That's what I'm mostly curious about right now. Is how she got that cool ass Pegasus.
Yeah.
Who is Pegasus? Just the Pegasus.
Yeah.
But so I'm excited to see that. I was hoping to see Absolute Batman. I think that's the one I want to see the most. But I also, obviously also really want to see Absolute Superman. They had other issues. They just didn't have issue 1 there when I was there. But, hopefully I'll get my hands on them soon. But, yeah, first time getting comic books since I was in, middle school. It's been a hot minute. Let's see. I watched 2 more episodes of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I forgot. I think that's what it's called. Or Spider-Man Freshman Year or something like that. But they might have changed
that was the original title. I think it's Friendly
Neighborhood
Spider-Man.
Yeah. And you see in the show, because obviously it's not the canon MCU, but you see times where it's like, oh, this was when it was going to be. This plot point here, or this image here. They show the airport fight from Civil War, 1 for 1.
Okay.
Essentially with Giant Man holding up, Ant-Man holding up War Machine, I think.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay. And the Sokovia Accords got signed, and he's talking about what that could mean for him. Let's see. Oh, what else has Daddy been on? I mean, I'm just watching back our Nuzlocke, having a good time working on a video there. I think that's pretty much it. Invincible, the new comics, Spider-Man. That's been a lot of fun. But what have you been on besides the Invincible?
Been listening to some music.
Shocking.
Some music. So, listen to this new. Back in 2023, there was Squid had released an album called Oh Monolith that I really liked. Squid came out with a new album this past Friday. I don't remember the name of it. It's not great. I didn't love it. It's okay. I was a little disappointed. There was this album from Sharon Van Etten called Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory, which I think is the name of her band. I'm not familiar with her work, but she's been around for a while. I think this is her 9th album. It was pretty good. It was pretty solid. I liked it. A lot of songs I fucked with on there, especially one called Idiot Box. I thought was really good. And then there was this album from this artist called Low Roar. My friend sent me a Low Roar song one time, so I'm like, okay, I'll check this out, and it was really good. So it was honestly great day for music. There's a lot of other albums that got pretty good scores that I hadn't checked out, but seemed like this past Friday was a good day for some music. Excuse me. I'm going to a concert on the 21st, so 9 days from now. So we'll have another recording session before that concert anyways. But speaking of concerts, Magdalena Bay has added a St. Petersburg show to their tour. And as we all know, I love Magdalena Bay. They had my favorite album of 2024. I was really sad when they came out with their first tour, did not have a Florida show. Came out with their second tour, did not have a Florida show. Now,
not one in the entire state of Florida is crazy.
But I think they had one in Miami maybe on their first show, but I couldn't go to Miami for that.
Right.
But they've got one in St. Petersburg. I live 45 minutes away from St. Petersburg. In fact, it's probably at the same venue I'm going to 9 days from now. So, what do you call it? The pre-sale don't start till tomorrow. Guess who gets paid tomorrow? This guy. So, nobody's even allowed to buy tickets until I get my bread up. So that's crazy. 10 a.m. Eastern is when the pre-sales.
They said, "Yo, hold up.
We
gotta wait for Jacob.
Let him get his money first." So
Gotta wait.
They added. I think it's October 17th. They added a.
Are you going just you, or what's the move?
I have no problem going to concerts by myself. Yeah, it's just me. Unless I can find somebody to go with me in the 6 months between now and the concert. But
that's me with movies, dude. I've become the king of just going to movies by myself.
I love going to movies by myself.
It's peaceful. You just locked in on the movie, eating, especially at the movie theater I go to. I'm just locked in, eating really fucking good food, just watching movies.
Like I'll go with my friends too. Like I got a friend I'm definitely gonna go see Fantastic Four with when it comes out. No question about it. My friend John, like I texted him when the day the trailer came out. I'm like, yo, like we're doing this together. He said, yeah.
Yeah,
so, for sure.
I'll have to. Yeah.
But what else I've been on besides the music? I don't think there's much else. And then, of course, I have the. I got a video coming.
Okay.
Something.
Have you recorded anything for it, or is this just?
Nah, but I've done some planning.
I've heard this before.
No. Okay, trust me. The recording starts tonight after we're done here. Okay, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
You looking for a Nuzlocke after the recording? When is this?
What's up?
Are you looking for a ROM or emulator? I mean, this meant to say after this.
I'm gonna do that first, and then the recording starts. But I've got.
Yeah. If you can go ahead and tell me once you find it, then I'll download it.
Yeah. I'll
and then I went online and I bought overlays for my stream.
Nice.
To have a nice little setup.
Nice.
Because I'm fucking so hyped.
I got something fun planned in the works, so I think you'll be quite pleased when you see the title of this video pop up on you.
I hope so.
I think so. I think you're gonna have some fun with it, but we'll see. But that about does it for us today, I think. Unless you have anything else to add.
No, I'm still on the hunt for my Charizard Happy Meal box. I got 3. They released 4. I have 3 of them. The one I'm missing is the one I want the most. And then I have every card you can get except for Dragonite.
Gotta go back to McDonald's.
But yeah, I'm thinking about getting a Happy Meal or 2 before the Nuzlocke and opening the cards to begin the stream.
That's a good idea.
Just a quick little 2 little 4-card packs. That's all it would be, but we'll see. And if I get the Charizard box tomorrow, like, consider the Nuz over, dude. I'm winning. I can't lose if that's how if I get.
It's a good omen to start the Nuzlocke, yeah.
But if it's a fucking roaring moon, that means I'm going to die second gym.
Oh, yeah. If you gotta die second gym, that means you probably chose Chikorita. So. It's a bug type.
Well, I won't be choosing. I will be getting told.
You'll end up with Chicory because it's a bug type gym, and like Meganium, at that point it's I hope you have a Bayleaf at that point, but still Bayleaf gets fucked.
So is Whitney the 3rd gym leader?
Whitney's the 3rd gym leader. Yeah.
Okay.
She fucks everybody. So.
Yeah, I know that Miltank, and apparently we're playing the version that she's the hardest in because that Miltank also has a berry it holds.
It's a citrus too. It's not an orange. So. Yeah,
I will be like I'm over level. Like we don't have any rules about that. Like I'm over leveling.
I'm grinding that shit out. Yeah,
I'm not losing to fucking.
Especially if we get a if I find a ROM with like a speed up button on it. Actually, no, I will for sure if we're just doing like an actual ROM. If you want to like download an emulator for the ROM, because we'll probably have to do it that way. If
you find whatever you think is best and we'll run it.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, no, let me get on that. But that's going to do it for us today, folks. As always, next video will be uploaded on Brayden's channel next week. Have a great rest of your day. Big kisses, and we'll see y'all next week. Take care.